Students, the next lesson is classification of elements and periodicity in properties. This is the easiest topic, almost all theory related questions. So, gradually the number of elements invented, gradually the number increases. There are so many classifications are there. To make the study on these elements in the easiest way, some of the earliest classifications we can follow now. Because of the enormous number of elements and their properties, for each and every classification they can consider a certain point, whether it is atomic weight or atomic number, recent electronic configuration, as a fundamental basic property to follow the classification. So among them, one of the earliest one is Dobereiner triads. Dobereiner triads. A set of three elements with similar chemical properties is generally called as a triad according to Dobereiner. A set of three elements with similar chemical properties is called triad. According to him, the atomic weight of middle element of triad approximately the average of the atomic weights of the remaining elements. So, if we consider three different elements, so the atomic weight of the middle element must be equal to the average of the remaining elements' atomic weights. Once again, the atomic weight of middle element of triad approximately the average of the atomic weights of the remaining two elements. At the same time, the properties of the middle elements are also in between the properties of the remaining two elements. So, let us consider three different triads. The first one, lithium, sodium, potassium. Lithium atomic weight 7, sodium atomic weight 23, potassium atomic weight 39. If we consider the average of atomic weights of lithium and potassium, you can get the value of 23. Like that. Second set of triad, calcium, strontium, barium. Calcium atomic weight 40, strontium atomic weight 88, barium atomic weight 137. It is nearly the average atomic weights of calcium and barium almost nearer to the atomic weight of strontium. Next one, if we consider the other triad, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Chlorine atomic weight 35.5, bromine 80, and iodine 127. You can get the nearest atomic weight of the bromine if we consider the average atomic weights of chlorine and iodine. So this is the one of the earliest classification of the elements, but this is applicable for very few elements only. Okay, right. Next one, Newland octaves. Newland octaves. Octave means 8. Newland arranged all the elements what he know at that time in the increasing order of atomic weight. First, he arranged the elements in the increasing order of atomic weights. According to Newland, the properties of an element is similar to the properties of the eighth element in his table. Suppose if we consider lithium, from lithium, sodium is the eighth element. So, lithium and sodium properties are similar. If we consider beryllium, magnesium is the eighth element from beryllium. So, both beryllium and magnesium properties are similar. If we consider boron, aluminum is the eighth element from boron. So, both boron and aluminum properties are similar. Like this, he expected the properties of the eighth element in his table are similar. But this is applicable for lighter elements only. That means up to calcium only this is applicable. Once again, according to Newland, the properties of an element is similar to the properties of the eighth element in his table. If we consider Sari, Gama, Pada, Nisa in our Indian classical music, The first letter is Sa, again the eighth letter is Sa. Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. Like that. Here, the first one and eighth one has similar properties according to Newland. Next one, Lothar-Meyer arrangement. Lothar-Meyer studied the physical properties of elements like atomic volume, melting point, boiling point, like that. So he studied extensively the properties of the physical properties of all the elements, what he know at that time. Then he made a graph between atomic volumes and atomic weights. Please observe here, a graph between atomic volumes and atomic weights he plotted. In that graph he observed some points. In that graph, the peaks of the curve are occupied by strong electropositive elements. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, all these are alkali metals. The peaks of the curve are occupied by strong electropositive elements. The next step, the immediate descending positions were occupied by alkaline earth metals. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. If we compare the electropositive nature of alkali metals and alkaline earth metals, alkali metals are strong electropositive. The next position of electropositivity goes to alkaline earth metals. Next one, highly electronegative elements like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. These are non-metals. They occupy the ascending positions of the curve. The ascending positions of the curve are occupied by electronegative elements. Okay, these are the main observations by Lothar-Meyer. Next one, Mendeleev periodic law. Mendeleev periodic law. The physical and chemical properties of elements and their compounds are a periodic function of their atomic weights. Mendeleev considered atomic weights as the basis for his law. The physical and chemical properties of elements and their compounds are a periodic function of their atomic weights. This is the law given by Mendeleev. Mendeleev arranged all the elements in the increasing order of their atomic weights. First, he arranged elements in the increasing order of atomic weights. In his table, the horizontal rows are 7, those are called as periods. The horizontal rows are 7, which are called as periods, and 9 vertical columns also there, those are called as groups. The names of the groups are given 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 8. Okay. 7 horizontal rows called periods, 9 vertical columns called as groups, starting from 0 to 8. Here the 8th group contains 9 elements in 3 sets. Each set has 3 elements. Once again, the 8th group contains 9 elements in 3 sets. Each set has 3 elements. Except 0 group and 8th group, remaining groups are divided into 2 subgroups A and B. Once again, except 0 and 8th group, each group is divided into subgroups A and B. The first 3 periods generally are called as short periods, the remaining are called as long periods. Each long period has 2 rows of elements called as series. Each long period has 2 rows of elements called as series. He considered atomic weights and properties to arrange the elements. He considered both atomic weights and properties to arrange the elements, and he left some gaps for unknown elements. He left some gaps in his periodic table for some unknown elements. Next one, importance of Mendeleev periodic table. This is a simplified systematic study of elements. This is a simplified and systematic study of elements. he left gaps for unknown elements. Those are discovered later. So what the gaps he left, those are correct. He left gaps for some unknown elements. The gaps were filled later because what he predicted, the elements were discovered later. For example, if you consider Eka boron, later it was discovered as scandium. Eka aluminum, later it was discovered as gallium. Eka silicon, later it was discovered as germanium. These are useful for object. Take care once again. Eka boron, scandium. Eka aluminum, gallium. Eka silicon, germanium. Before their invention, he roughly coined the names as Eka boron. Eka boron, later it was called as scandium like that. Okay? He corrected atomic weights of some elements like beryllium, indium, uranium. Beryllium, indium, uranium by using this formula. Atomic weight is equal to equivalent weight into valency. Atomic weight is equal to equivalent weight into valency. Next one, some elements which are kept in the main group, separated in the subgroups which have different properties. So, for example, copper, silver, gold, one group, potassium, rubidium, cesium, another group. The elements with dissimilar properties were kept in subgroups of main group. Example, copper, silver, gold, potassium, rubidium, cesium. The 14 lanthanides elements with different atomic weights are kept in one place. Okay, 14 lanthanide elements which with different atomic weights were kept in one place. Next one, the 8th group has already we discussed 3 sets, 3 3 9 elements. Those are called as transition triads. Ferrous, cobalt, nickel, one triad. Ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, another triad. Third one is osmium, iridium and platinum, another triad. Once again, ferrous, cobalt, nickel, one triad. Ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, another triad. Osmium, iridium and platinum, another triad. Okay, these three triads are called as transition triads which are kept in 8th group. Next one, these are the main drawbacks in Mendeleev periodic table. In Mendeleev periodic table, the position of hydrogen is not justified. The second one is, if you observe sum of the pairs of the elements, there is a decrease in atomic weight. So these pairs of elements are called as anomalous pairs. Example, argon, potassium, argon 40, potassium 39. Cobalt, nickel, cobalt 59, nickel 58. Tellurium and iodine, tellurium 128, iodine 127. Thorium and protactinium, thorium 232 and protactinium 231. Here if you observe the atomic weights are decreased. Okay, but he arranged increasing order of atomic weight in this table, but in these 4 pairs there is a decrease in the atomic weight. For this one he cannot say why it happened like that. Okay, next one, position of isotopes also not discussed. Next one, the position of lanthanides and actinides also not justified properly. Next one, position of 8th group also not justified. Some dissimilar elements he kept in same groups. For those elements he cannot give proper explanation. Okay.